Sharky Game here. So today in this video we're having a look at the Neo Geo Pad 2. This is for PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. It's made by SNK. So this is the front of the box. Got the PlayStation logo for PlayStation, PS1 and PlayStation 2. Neo Geo Pad 2. It's got an image of the controller there. It says SNK Play More. And if you look at the side there, it's got some character artwork. The sides, it just has really standard, just Neo Geo Pad 2. On the back, so there's another shot of the controller itself, and then has some more information all in Japanese. Let's go ahead and open up the box now and have a closer look at the controller. So you can see it's got quite a decent length. It's actually not a hugely long cable, it's actually quite short. Standard PlayStation plug on the end. And here it is, the Neo Geo Pad 2 for PlayStation. So you can see here it's got the select and start buttons in the center there. It's got your square, X, circle, triangle, L1 and R1 on the buttons here. So it's 6 buttons. PlayStation logo. You've got R2 and L2 at the top here. And of course, the main feature of this one is your D-pad, or cross between a D-pad and a stick is this. And you can hear it. It's really nice and clicky. On the back of the controller, it just says Neo Geo Pad 2. And it's got that sort of shape. Now this is primarily aimed at fighters. It's basically a 6-button style fight pad for the PlayStation. And they basically based this off, the reason why it's called Neo Geo Pad 2 is they based it off the original Neo Geo Pad for the Neo Geo CD, etc. like that. Now I've got one here which I can show you a quick comparison to it. So as you can see, they look very similar to each other. The PlayStation 1 is slightly bigger, and of course it's got the 6 buttons and that's only got the 4 buttons. It's still got the same sort of select and start, and it's also got the same sort of clicky sort of D-pad. The big thing I note is this one is, it seems almost slightly bit smaller in the actual area that you put your thumb, or even more shorter, should I say. So if you look this side, you can actually see it more. So this is shorter than that one, so it is a bit more sunken. And of course the next difference is the shoulder buttons. The original one never had any shoulder buttons, so PlayStation of course has added those ones. But overall it's a very similar type design, and very kind of similar principle. Is the Neo Geo CD was meant to be a fight system, and of course they made this Neo Geo Pad 2 to be a fight pad on PlayStation 2 to sort of replicate the same sort of excellent design that made this one so good with fighting games. And if you want to have a closer look at this original Neo Geo Pad, I have a video up and I will put a link down in the description to see that one. So if you want to go see that one, check it out. So anyway, it works quite well with fighting games. I really love this kind of D-pad type stick. It's really kind of responsive, really accurate. Feels like an arcade stick in a pad. So it's really nice to play with. You can reach all the buttons really easily, and they do kind of react quite easily too as you perform moves and combos and such. Yeah, I mean overall it's a really good controller to use on PlayStation 2 for fighting games. Now what you need to be aware of is that it is quite rare though. I mean, when you see these, they sometimes go quite high. If you're lucky enough to find one that no one sees or is listed wrongly or something, you could probably pick it up pretty cheap. But overall they are fairly rare, and when people do sell them, they usually want a lot of money for them. But overall, I mean, if you're really a fan of fighting games, maybe you've used the original Neo Geo Pad and you sort of want to replicate that on PlayStation 2, well then this is definitely something for you. It's an excellent type pad, and of course it's made by SNK. It's made by the official people that made the original Neo Geo pad, so you know it's got good quality, the same sort of quality parts as well as the original one did. And it works in a very similar fashion. It's just got some extra buttons that obviously make it work better on a PlayStation 2. But yeah, that's about all I can say about it. It's an awesome controller if you are a Neo Geo fan and you want the same experience on PlayStation 2, because there are quite a few Neo Geo collections for the PS2, then this is definitely a controller for you. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to have heaps more controller and accessory reviews up shortly. I'm Sharky Gamer. Thanks again for watching guys.